Welcome to the Debrief. If you've seen the episodes, you know that this is the moment that we sit down together and we talk about the day, about what we learned, what came up, what struggles we're having, what we're thinking, how we're feeling, all the things. It's hard to do that without you here, but we'll do our best. It's highly likely that if you've been taking notes throughout this video and you've been coming up with your ideas, pausing, thinking, strategizing, ChatGPTing, that you're feeling a little overwhelmed. That's awesome. You want to feel underwhelmed? You want to feel like there's no opportunity for you to grow and evolve? You want to feel like there's no chance for you to get better? That's awesome to be overwhelmed. That means there's shit to do. But I said this a few times throughout several of the segments today. This isn't a light switch moment for you in your career professionally. This isn't tomorrow I do all the things. It's just acknowledging where we are today and just tilting, tipping, improving, baby stepping forward into who you want to be tomorrow. Even if through all this, you're taking one thing and running with it. Fantastic. And my encouragement is through this debrief and the notes you've taken is that you just don't lose it. Take the one thing, integrate it, work on it, figure it out, get better at it. But don't lose all the work you put in today. Keep that on the shelf, put it on your desk, keep it somewhere you can see. That way you can come back, open it up again, see what you wrote, see if it still feels relevant, see if it still feels like something you want to accomplish or work into your career. But take the things that just burned hottest, the things that look like the low-hanging fruit or the most exciting thing to you, and work on that and play with that today. My whole intent with Brand New, going directly into the market, hanging out with originators, diving into their business plans, auditing, sharing best practices, getting deep into the feels, was literally all designed for us to find a way to get better. My first mentor, my first boss, 25 years ago, told me something I've never forgotten in my entire career. We were talking about why do some people have that internal motivation to drive and change? Why are some people seemingly so self-driven that they don't need a motivational seminar, that they're just out it every day? And man, wouldn't it be amazing if you could give somebody something that would unlock or change their trajectory of their life, and all of a sudden they were going this way and now they're going this way. And I'll never forget what he said to me. He said, "Alec, you can't change people, so change people." It's funny. I laughed. And then I got depressed. Because if you can't change, there's no hope for humanity. It's over. If the whole goal in life is that, I can't make you better, so I just should fire you and go find someone who's already better and bring them in, there's a despair in that I didn't like. And today I still reject. Although many of you and myself and everybody in this world today bumps into people that don't change. And if you watch this video and you took notes, something in you is trying to change. Part of the reason I did Brand New, and I've done all these things, the bright side and all these things in my career, was to push myself to change. Because maybe if I can prove to myself that I can change, then that proves to me that you can change. There's a quote I want to read to you, and I always struggle pronouncing his last name, by Vin Jiang. That's the best I got, Vin. I'm trying. I'm going to add my part, and then I'm going to quote his part. If you're struggling with any of this stuff, trying to figure out how to film daily videos, trying to figure out why you do what you do and your glorious purpose, if you're in the struggle of finding how to better yourself or change or adapt to the market and win, and you're just in that mess and the struggle, it's great. Because according to Vin, it's you becoming the future version of you. The mess and the struggle and the failure and the crappy hooks and the not knowing your purpose and the filming the video 75 times because you hate it every time, all of that is just you becoming the future version of you. I'm going to share you one story from a friend who jumped into this game and tried to figure out branding, figure out personal branding, figure out social strategy and video. And I've known this guy for a long time. He's one of the best originators in the game. And he called me up one day and he said, I'm going in. I'm finally going in. And I was like, let's make it happen. And by the way, this guy doesn't work for me. He works in another company. We're just friends in the industry. I don't want you to get this twisted. So he starts making video content. And it's not good, but it's great. It's awesome because it's just these steps forward, and I'm here cheering him on. And a friend of a friend, his friend, called him and said, bro, what are you doing? Candidly, you look like a fool. Like, I know you. This is not you. This thing you're doing, this persona you're playing, this is not you. This is bad. And just stuck the knife and tore him down. And he called me. And he was feeling really dejected. And I'm not saying I'm the reason he's survived this, and I didn't give him some magic advice, but what I did say stuck in my mind, and it's relevant to you, potentially. He said, Alec, is it true? Am I not? Is this fake? Am I fake? Is this terrible? Am I bad? Is this not me? And I said, it's not you. And he's kind of like, what? And I'm like, dude, it's not you. I know you. You're one of the best mortgage professionals I've ever met. You're extremely eloquent, very charismatic, and very talented, and very knowledgeable and helpful. And the person that I see on the video camera right now making these videos, your true self isn't shining through. It's not you because you're not comfortable yet. You're there, you're in there, but the camera's on. I can feel your roboticness. I can feel the shoulders, the tenseness. I can feel the stuff that's holding you back. It's not you, but you're in there, and it'll come out. And I'm so proud of this guy. I point to him all the time because it came out. Now, you see him on content, you see him making videos, and the shoulders are back, the confidence is there, the clarity's there. He speaks from his inner, authentic nature, and it's everything I want it to be. Or I should say that he wants it to be. But it makes me very proud. And it gives me that small glimmer of hope that change is humanly possible. In the journey of personal brand, as we kind of wrap this up, I want to equip you as best I can to what you're going to face. If you're serious about this stuff and you're like, I want my career to leapfrog, I want to grow my influence, I want this for my family, I want this for myself, and you're committed to putting your foot out and jump in the water, here's what's going to happen. Let me tell you the normal stuff that you hear from anybody. You're going to be bad at it. Okay. It doesn't matter. You don't have a viral audience. You don't have millions of people watching. You can be bad at it. Second, people don't really care. They don't. In fact, they're probably going to be jealous of your bad takes because they kind of want to be there too. Second, you're going to have some headwinds and some resistance from people. And they're not going to be who you think. It's not the haters. The haters aren't coming out from under the bridges. It's actually going to be someone close to you. Like in this example with my buddy, his friend that he respects and likes called him and shivved him. I have a friend whose spouse came at him and said, these videos are kind of embarrassing. Oh, and just cut him. And he still hasn't recovered. It's going to be the people close to you that you don't foresee are going to question and be confused and maybe even tear you down for things they don't understand. And I'll tell you the best way to prepare for that is to let everybody know. Tell them why you're doing it. I'll go on a small story and a tangent here. When I was originating in my early 20s, I was newly married, and every weekend I was at open houses. No matter what, open houses on the weekends to meet agents. I don't want to do that. No one wants to do that. You don't want to work on the weekends. You want to just hang out with friends and family and do brunch. But my wife knew this was go time. This was building our future. This was part of my business strategy. I had to execute. So I had full support of my spouse to go on the weekends, leave time when I could be with her and our friends, and go out to make business happen. You got to get that same buy-in when you start to talk about video, social strategy, putting yourself out there, being vulnerable, sharing content. You got to tell the people around you, hey, I'm on a mission from the Lord or me, and I'm going to go and make things happen for myself in my career, and it's going to be this is what I'm going to do. So don't give me any shit. In fact, back me up because I'm going to need it. Because putting myself out to build reputational awareness and brand requires vulnerability. That's the second thing you're going to face. The third thing you're going to face, you're going to get the initial bump, the rush. You're going to put out some videos and people are going to be like, oh my God, this is awesome. So good to see you on video. You're going to get views, likes, shares. Woo! You're going to be like, this, Alec, I should have done this 2 years ago. You're going to get this rush because it's novel, it's new. People are cheering you on. It's going to drop like a cliff. Back to no views, back to 200 views or whatever the minimum is on these platforms. And you're going to be like, what happened? Nobody's commenting, nobody shares, nobody likes, nobody saves. This is pointless. And you're going to face that bridge fast. Every video you do makes an impression. You've heard that parable of like the guy that throws the rock in the pond and the ripples go out and you don't see how the ripples affect others because you just don't get that viewpoint in the world. That's the kind of stuff that happens with a brand strategy, with social, with video, with putting yourself out there. You drop a stone in the water and the ripples go. And you don't get to see where the ripples land or what they affect or what happens. I'll tell you right now, after dedicating myself and a portion of my life to 7-8 years of this strategy, coaching, mentoring, caring, encouraging, I know emphatically now the power of this strategy. This is going to sound super egocentric, but it's how I can best communicate this. I go to events now for our industry, and somehow some introverted, insecure, bullied kid from, junior high and high school, everybody knows who I am. In fact, I get people that walk up and be like, Alec, I feel like I know you. And they want to talk to me, which is an introvert's nightmare. But it's been proven to me over and over and over again that this stuff, that the ripples have massive effects on your influence, on your connectivity, on your connection to other humans, on your ability to grow your business. It opens up doors. It creates connection and opportunity. It's one of the best things you could do for your business and your career that I could ever hope for anybody. But the cliff is coming. The novelty will wear off, the views will drop, and you will face doubts and insecurities and fears that, like, what's the point? And this is where you got to have a little faith of what this stuff does. I used to describe it like this for my old school salespeople. You walk into an open house to meet a realtor for the first time. You have no expectation that you're getting a deal. You're not getting a deal. You're getting nothing. You're lucky you're not getting kicked out. You're walking in there hoping you don't get kicked out. Your expectations are here. But you know that it's not the first meeting that makes the impact. It's the 7th, the 8th, the 10th, the follow-up, the mailer, the follow back, the networking event you bump into them at, the 75th meeting. All of those impressions are what build the relationship. You know this, so that first meeting, you're not like, oh, I didn't get a deal. You got to maintain that same perspective on a brand strategy. I did a video, okay. I did 100 videos, okay. I did 1,000 videos, okay. Now the work is compounding. Now the impact is coming. But you got to have a little faith. The last thing I'll prepare you for, be open to change. When you start on this strategy, maybe you take my playbook from this whole brand new. You're like, I'm doing the whole thing, Alec. I'll figure out in a year, do the whole thing. Okay, go. I'll tell you what you're going to experience in that year. Some stuff you're going to love. You're going to feel energized by. Some stuff you're going to hate. And you got to figure out, do you need to grind through the stuff you don't like because it's just hard work to get to the other side? Or do you just need to abandon that entirely and focus on the stuff that you love that feels like gives you life and energy? You got to be open to understanding change and what's coming at you. Should you start a podcast? Should you go all in on YouTube? Should you go all in on one platform, all platforms? Keep an open mind. I have people telling me, Alec, short form content is the only way to go. You got to TikTokify your content. That's the game. Play the game. And I'm like, yeah, well, I like long form content too. So I'm going to do both. Alec, long form content, I don't know the space for that. I don't care what you like. I know what I like. And I know what I believe in. So I'm going to stick to my guns. I want to give you the same level of encouragement. There are a million gurus out there that'll tell you how to do it and why to do it and what to do. Stick to what's true here and you're going to win. Just play the long game. When I've sat across from so many people and had this debrief conversation, asked them what they learned, asked them what they are excited about, asked them what they are challenged by, I want to reach across and grab every one of them and just tell them to just do it. Just do it now. You know what to do now. Just go do it.
Just do it. Make your dreams come true.
Because I know that's the barrier to success. Execution. Always execution. You know what to do. In fact, sometimes, maybe throughout this day or throughout this video, you're like, Alec, I knew that. I got that. Okay. I know you do. Execute. And the only encouragement I can give you for execution is two things. Figure out how to make it impossible for yourself to fail and get help. I don't know what that is for you on the impossible to fail thing. I'll just share a personal experience, and hopefully that'll give you some ammo to figure this out. I mentioned that I was bullied growing up, and I was an insecure kid, and I struggled with that for a long time. And my hack on how to never fail, to put myself in a position to never fail, is to make the efforts and the things I want to accomplish public. For some reason, when I say I'm going to do something and I make it public and I put it out on the internets, the fire inside my soul lights. And there is nothing that will stop me from accomplishing this, because hell no is anybody going to ever say, oh, look at Alec, he said this and he failed, he didn't do it. It's an insecurity hacking system. I'm taking my own insecure BS and I'm using it to accomplish the goals in my life. I don't know what works for you, but you have to put yourself in a position where the boats are burned. And then you have to get help. There's no person on this planet that has accomplished greatness without support and accountability. So who's going to help you? Who's going to come along for the ride? Who's going to sit shotgun? Who's going to call you out on your BS? Who's going to make you push the extra rep when you're too tired? Who's going to tell you, dude, the video's good, just post it, and give you that extra little nudge to get off the shelf because you're staring at it going, I hate this video. Find a way to make failure impossible and bring someone along to help. I've said this repeatedly throughout this video, and I'm going to end on it because it's the right thing to say. So many people want more. More influence, more opportunity, more business, more money, more security, more. It's all possible, but it's a journey, not a destination. You have to start in order to end up over here. And starting can look like so many modest, intermediate steps. It doesn't have to look like tomorrow all this is implemented and you're a new person. It's never how it works. One foot in front of the other. One attempt, one failure, one get back up, one bad video turns into great videos. You gotta start the journey. Bring along people to help, and then have grace for yourself. Laugh at yourself. Hell, don't take it all so seriously. And you're gonna find when you look back that you've transformed yourself and your career. Just put one foot in front of the other. Turn the camera on and go help someone. Thanks for hanging with me today.
Brand new.